Happy Sunday. Happy day 35 of 75. I'm closer to the halfway point. If you watch my vlog from last week, you will know that I was diagnosed with COVID on Saturday. I went to urgent care. I don't know how long I had it, but I had been feeling symptoms since probably Wednesday. Anyhow, I am trying to force myself to get up just a little bit because literally my back hurts from laying down. I was in bed all day yesterday. I did not get out of bed today until until about 11. And to my surprise, my daughter came over and she made me breakfast. She's the sweetest. I'm trying to keep my distance from her and my husband. My husband slept in the other room last night. But yeah, feeling okay. No meal prep today. None of that. I had to do my hair just a little bit because I looked a hot mess and I wanted to feel better. So I got out of my pajamas. I put on some comfy lounge clothes. But anyhow, I am focused on recovering. I am going to write in my journal for a little bit, get caught up on some light planning, I guess. But I'm going to do most of that bedside and put on football in the background. That's my Sunday. You know, sometimes when we're in a rush and we're constantly moving, our body has a way of telling us, not today, not today. And my body has told me that for the last 24 hours. So I'm using this time to rest and to heal and to just get better. But this thing is knocking me on my butt. I'm not gonna lie. The body aches are real. The cough and the fever is no joke. So I'm moving around when I can and I feel up to it. And when I can't, I lay down. So yeah, happy Sunday. I don't have much of an appetite, but I really need to eat. I had eggs with toast this morning and a kiwi. That was all that I could put down. And it's lunchtime, so I made myself a shake because I don't have a lot of energy and I'm home alone. So I have this shake. I made it a little bit thicker because I added a banana. I added 2 scoops of my protein. I added 2 tablespoons of collagen. I have soy milk, a cup of soy milk for additional protein. And so this is going to hold me over until dinner with my water, of course. I have berries for fiber, so I have my fiber and my protein. And then, of course, I have a protein bar because protein also helps with healing as well as staying hydrated. Protein helps your body heal a lot faster. And then over here, you can see I have these chips and these croutons from the soup my husband got me last night from Panera, but I could not even eat that. I could barely eat the soup. All right, this is my lunch. I need to eat this and crawl back into bed. Here is my board. I am so behind on removing these stickies. So let me just do this because it's been a week and a half since I have touched this board. It is day 35 and we are making progress because, as you can see, I am about halfway done to my 75 day here. But then this is until the end of the year, so let's continue. Good morning, happy day 36. It is Monday. I wanted to give an update. I am feeling somewhat better. My symptoms have shifted a little bit. My throat is no longer on fire, which is a plus. I can eat now and not have to struggle. I have a lot of congestion. Sleep is almost non-existent because of the cough that I need to monitor and keep at bay. I have body aches off and on. I have fever off and on, more so at night than during the day. I have runny nose, and that's pretty much it for now. But I'm going to make breakfast. I already took Sasha out for a walk. She's right here looking at, we have this, I don't know why, but we have a lot of blue jays in our backyard this morning. I'm guessing they like the worms this early in the morning, but we have quite a few of them in our backyard and she's watching them. She's so cute. Anyhow, yeah, that is my update. I need to make breakfast and eat because it is almost 10 o'clock. I need to eat. have some of the best neighbors. Our neighbor across the street, they are a Nigerian family, and they had an uncle that moved here from Nigeria probably a good 5 years ago. And over the last year, he and my husband have become really good friends because my husband does a lot of work outside of the house, outside on the house. And they've just become really good friends. And yesterday he stopped by with a surprise and shared with us some of his harvest. And my daughter took a lot of it with her, but he brought us these tomatoes that I'm going to use this morning in my breakfast. He brought us these peppers. Oh my God. And he also gave my daughter these two huge, I don't know what they're called. I guess they're stalks of butternut squash. They were huge. And he did it all from his yard. This man is always out there pouring so much love and attention into his yard and his garden. He also has okra, but we don't eat okra, so we didn't have any of that. But how beautiful, right? There's nothing better than harvesting your own food. I told my husband next year I would like to start a garden. I know it's a lot of work, but his name is Victor, and Victor offered to help. So there you go. Beautiful. And here is breakfast. My toast got really burnt, but I'm hoping the tomato softens them. These are the tomatoes from my neighbor's yard. I have eggs, I have kale. I have about a half a cup of coffee. I didn't add any soy milk. This is leftover coffee actually from my husband from this morning. I did add my protein powder and collagen. And then after this, I'm just gonna have some tea. Everything is really flaring up right now. I'm sure you hear it. Because my throat is feeling better, it's not burning, I'm gonna try my ginger turmeric shot this morning. I have kiwi and an orange for vitamin C and good fiber and kale. Just trying to get back to eating. I haven't had much of an appetite for 3 days, so I really need to eat something wholesome and good. Let's see if this does it. It's a little bit after 11. I'm going to shut everything down and go to bed. If you can hear me, you can tell that I'm very nasally, very congested. I'm feeling a lot of pressure on my face, runny nose, a lot of sneezing. Those are the newer symptoms. I still have fever off and on. I still have body aches off and on. I should have rested more today, but I really wanted to push myself a little bit, mainly because sleeping during the day affects me at night. So I wanted to push myself a little bit, and I think I just pushed too hard. Anyhow, I'm supposed to go to motor vehicles tomorrow to get my real ID, but you guys, my face feels so swollen. My nose is chapped. I may have to cancel this appointment that I made months ago. I made this appointment like 3 months ago. I'm just not feeling up to it, and I don't know that I want to take a picture looking the way that I look. So I'll figure that out in the morning, depending on how I wake up. I'm hoping that I wake up feeling a little bit better. But going to bed, I will be up early, not really early, like 7:30, to take Sasha for a short walk. And then I'll be back home. I'll rest. I don't have my appointment until 10:15. I would need to leave here by like 9:30. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel in the morning. If not, I have to figure out a way to cancel. But let me end this now, because the more I talk, the more my throat tickles, and then I'm going to start coughing. But I just wanted to give an update on today. Day 30, what is it, day 36, 37? I don't even know. I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. See if I'm able to make it to motor vehicles. Good night. I'm back in bed. I realized I never came back on here. I did walk Sasha this morning. I came back home and the pressure on my face was so bad. I had a really bad earache this morning, so I came home after walking her. She stayed downstairs with my husband, and I laid down. He put her in the crate,
I then got up because when I tried to reschedule my appointment for motor vehicles for my real ID, the next appointment wasn't until January, and I thought that was ridiculous. So I got myself together. I put on some eyeliner and mascara because I needed to look somewhat decent for my picture, and off I went. I feel like I have a dome head, so I'm sure I'm gonna regret that picture. I'm hopefully going for a trim on Friday. But yeah, I realized I haven't been on here, so let me show my face, give you guys an update. I had to lay down to get the pressure off my face because it's no joke. Good morning, happy day 38. I am sitting in front of my cardiologist's office. I have my mask. I am headed inside to get an echocardiogram. This is something that was scheduled 2 months ago, and it just happens to fall on the week that I feel absolutely horrible. It was originally scheduled for yesterday, but I called on Monday, and today was the first available. I was trying to get an afternoon appointment just so I could sleep in a little bit, but nope. I had to be up at 6. It is now 7:10, and I need to get inside. The fever finally broke. I still am very nasally, very congested. This ear is bothering me, so I have to see what's happening with that. Yesterday, after I got up, I just ate dinner. I barely even survived the night. I just wanted to be in bed. That's all I wanted. Anyhow, let me get inside. I will give you guys an update. They said the test should take about 45 minutes to an hour. I did take a protein shake this morning. I'm hoping that holds me over. But let's get inside. I have cough drops. Yeah, and it's raining. I did not bring my raincoat. I don't even know if I have an umbrella in the car. This has been a week. It's just been a week. I need to get inside. And now I am done. It's a really weird experience, I would say. The technician didn't have any bedside manners. When I get the survey, I will fill out some things. There's this ignorance to any patient that's laying on a cold bed. AC is blasting. You have this little thin little garment on, and they put this cold gel all over your chest and your neck, and they just leave it on there, first of all. But she's not walking me through what she's doing. She's being completely silent. At one point she was, I guess, typing in some things on the pictures, and I know that that's her job, and I want her to be effective and precise. But there's a patient laying there partially naked, and she never even put the garment back on me. She just had me completely exposed. I was freezing, and didn't even faze her. Did not even faze her. And then once I was done, she said, there's some napkins up there. You want to wipe yourself down. Normally, when I've had other tests done, even around my stomach, right, just any kind of ultrasound with the gel, they've always had towels, and they've always helped in the process of wiping it down. I must have used, and they were huge wipes, I must have used about 6 of them. She left so much gel on me, and yeah, I will be putting this in my survey because bedside manners matter, and she had zero. Anyhow, overall, it was pretty painless, pain-free, easy. I was in and out. I was the first patient, so made for a perfect morning, but she definitely needs some training on bedside manners for sure. I don't know if it's because it's early in the morning. I was her first patient. I don't really know, but no, not okay. Anyhow, let me continue on with my morning. Oh no.
found this caterpillar on the sidewalk and I gave it a new home. I don't know if this is where it's supposed to be, but there it is. I hope it survives. Come on, butterfly. You're almost there. You're almost there, butterfly. I am not a nature's kind of girl, but as I was walking Sasha, I noticed this little caterpillar, and I so relate to caterpillars because ever since I got my hair cut, I call it my butterfly era. And I need for that caterpillar to thrive. I need for it to, you know, crystallize, I think is what it's called. I need for it to really find its home, and I'm looking because that's where I put it. And I want it to thrive. I want it to bloom into a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. And not in my wildest dreams did I ever think I would pick up a caterpillar. I found a piece of wood and I let it with my finger. My husband would be so proud of me. Never did I ever imagine that I would be the one to do that. But ever since I got my hair cut, I have this, I don't know, this connection with butterflies. So I hope I did the right thing. I know nothing about what environment they thrive in when they're caterpillars, but I know that I stopped it from it being run over by a car, eaten by a dog, or possibly falling into the sewer. So I feel good about that. Now I'm gonna go home and research to see if I did the right thing. Oh my goodness, the leaves are falling and Sasha is loving all of it. Come on, baby. Everything just looks so pretty. Okay, I didn't want a sandwich. I didn't really know what I wanted, but I'm cleaning out containers in my fridge, and I have this rice that my daughter made when she cooked this past weekend because I couldn't. So she made this rice, so I'm gonna have this rice. I've roughly scrambled 2 eggs. I have onions and peppers. So I'm gonna make like a makeshift fried rice, kind of. And with the egg for protein, I have a healthy carb because this is jasmine rice, and then I have leftover peppers and onions from the prep that I made last week, the week before, for our salad. And I don't want to throw things away, so I'm just using up what I have. Let's see how this brings back so many memories of my childhood because there were a lot of us, and my grandmother, when she would cook, there wasn't enough meat for everyone every single day. And one thing we always had was eggs, and this is a good source of protein. And she would whip up rice with eggs and avocado for us as a dinner whenever we didn't have meat. But she wanted us to have a protein with every single meal, and this is comforting for me. And it was any rice that we had, so it was either white rice or red rice or rice with beans together. It didn't matter, but this is comfort food for me. And I can't wait to sit down and eat it. Here it is. And I have berries and kiwi for fiber. I have my water that I need to finish. But this is the final bowl. So for dinner tonight, I'm making tuna fish cakes. And I'm gonna have some green beans. That's what's for dinner. So it is 9:13. I sat down to just try to write down some ideas that I had in my head for a video that I want to record tomorrow. And I FaceTime, or my daughter and I, we FaceTime each other just about every night. My granddaughter has been very sick. And just the way she sounded and the way she looked, I told my daughter that she needs to take her to the ER. She's been running a super high fever. She can't go 10 seconds without coughing. Her lips were very pale and she was in a lot of pain. Yeah. So my daughter is taking her to the ER, at the ER already. I'm not gonna lie, my nerves are a little bit like right here. This is one of the hardest things when you're a grandparent and your child and your grandchild lives in a different state. Yeah. So I'm going to end this vlog for today here because I'm going to go pray and wait for my daughter to call me to tell me, to give me an update. But I would be lying if I didn't tell you that I'm worried and my nerves are fully activated. All right, that's all for now. I will give you guys an update in the morning. It is a beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. I am feeling so much better. Whew, it feels good to feel good. So for my daughter, they were in and out of the ER within an hour. They were the only ones there actually. And my granddaughter has an ear infection, a really bad one. So the cough has to take its course, but the ER doctor, the ER pediatrician, did give her some good recommendations, which she put into practice last night. I'm waiting to hear from her this morning. I am out walking Sasha, and I will tell you, once I heard back from her that all she had was an ear infection and she was doing a little bit better, she was calmer, I should say, not doing better, she was calmer, wasn't crying. That kind of calmed me down quite a bit. It really did. Being so far away from them is really hard for me, and I just want to help her. I want to be there for her, and really right now all I can do is minimal through FaceTime. But I'm thankful for that. I really am, because I was able to see her. I was able to look at her and tell my daughter and give her recommendations. So, you know, that's one thing I will say about my daughter, being a new mom of a 3-year-old and being so far away from everyone, is she's really open to advice and really open to recommendations. And I try not to over insert myself, because I do want her to excel and be a great mom. I don't want to shadow and, be helicopter grandmom. And I don't want it to be my way, right? She's a new mom and she has her own way. So I want to be respectful of that. But I also need to reinforce to her that she's doing everything that she could. She's a great mom. And once you've maxed out all of your resources and everything that you can do that's in your home, you need to kind of take that to the next level, and either, depending on the time of day, either take her to the doctors or take her to the ER. And where they live, they have an amazing pediatric ER. I'm telling you, it is amazing. So I'm happy that she is always open to advice, and her husband as well, my son-in-law. Anyhow, before I start coughing, I need to pay my attention back to Sasha, because she knows when I'm on the phone and recording or talking. She's like a little kid. So it's just been a really, really interesting evening and morning, but I feel calmer, and I don't know. Like I said, it's just hard. It's hard being this far away from them. It is chilly, to be honest. It is a little chilly out here. It's in the 40s, which is what I wanted. I actually really need for it to be in the 30s. It's windy, you can tell the hat try to come on. I need for it to be in the 30s because we need to kill these germs. There's so many people that are sick. And yeah, we just need to kill these germs. All right. Wanted to say good morning. Happy day 39. I am feeling so much better. Whew. Thank you, Jesus. Uh-oh, there goes the hat. A little different breakfast. I have all the same ingredients, but different. I use them differently. So I have a roughly scrambled egg on my sourdough multigrain toast with mayo on the bottom. I add a little bit of ketchup. I have my kale for fiber. Over here, I have a kiwi and a clementine for vitamin C and fiber, my water, and I am drinking tea. I'm just watching my caffeine intake while I'm not feeling well, because I already have a hard time sleeping. I don't need to add caffeine to that. So today it is a tea day. This is Throat Care by, I forget the name of the company that makes this tea, but it's really, really good. It's organic. Oh, here it is. It's traditional medicinals. and this one is throat care. It's really good. All right, it's time to eat. Good morning. Happy day 40. I am feeling so much better. Oh my goodness. I feel like just about myself again. And can we just talk about how much better you feel when you get your hair cut? For my fellow pixie cut ladies out there, I just got it all cut off because I was tired of it. I was tired and I needed a fresh look. I needed the weight taken off, and my girl came through. Now, do I like the way she styles my hair? No, I'm not here for the styling. I'm here for the cut. I can style it myself. So I'm off to go do some grocery shopping, and then I am going to go home and continue on with my day. But it feels good to feel good. Yes, it does. Who am I? Who am I with lip liner and lipstick, eyeliner, mascara, the same eyeliner and mascara that may be giving me this dermatitis, this reaction under my eyes, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. I bought new stuff. I just didn't want to use it right now. Anyhow, I feel so wonderful. I put on real clothes. I put on perfume. I got my hair done today. Can I just tell you that this is probably the absolute best haircut that she has given me in a year. She took her time. She really went in and touched up and gave me exactly what I wanted. And I am so happy. I am so happy with this cut. I needed it all chopped off. I needed all that weight and all of that texture taken out. I needed to be done with it, honestly. Anyhow, I feel great. I am dressed like a big girl, like an adult. I don't have loungewear or pajamas. I've been living in loungewear, leggings and pajamas all week. So it feels good to feel good. It really does. I know that I have not been able to come to you a lot this week, and I just feel like I'm a Debbie Downer. I wasn't feeling my best. I was struggling, and it was hard for me. It was just hard for me to show up. I didn't have anything new to bring you. So I'm hoping that this is the first sign of many more wonderful, healthier days for me, and that I think I'm finally over the hump. I think I am over that phase of just being in this struggle. Anyhow, I am going to end this vlog here today on day 40, and I just want to say thank God for good medicine and a lot of rest and a lot of support. I'm so thankful and grateful for all of that. All right, my friends, I'm going to end this one now, and I'll see you guys in the morning. I just have to share something so funny because I did it, and I've been sitting here for about 30 minutes, and I have counted so many cars going to, let me see, wait, I'm trying to find my finger, to that spot right there. See that empty spot right there? Thinking that that's a parking spot, and it's a handicap. But when you ride past it, it looks like there is parking there, but there isn't. And I've just been laughing, sitting here watching people go in, make a U-turn, and come right back out. So let's see. Look. Good afternoon. It is Saturday. Happy day 41. Last night was amazing. My girlfriend and I, my best friend and I, we went to go see a show. And I don't know if you guys are blessed to have a friend like this. We have been best friends for 52 years. We've been best friends since I was 3. And we can literally spend an entire day together. By an entire day, I mean 8, 9, 10 hours together, and just laugh and be so comfortable in each other's company. We are each other's hype girl. We are there, thick, thin, all the milestones, all of the roller coaster rides of this thing called life. And I couldn't have asked for a better person to be by my side. She's my daughter's godmother. She is my sister. She's not just my friend. She is what we call each other, our sister friends. And I love her with my entire being. And we had a wonderful time. We laughed. We had a great dinner, great conversation. It was just a really good night. We came home. I came home. I got home about 10:30 and, way past my bedtime, went to bed, took a shower, went to bed, and it was all good. I had a horrible nightmare, though. I will say I had a horrible nightmare. My husband said he had the hardest time waking me up. And I do remember in the nightmare hearing him trying to wake me up. And I was trying so hard to wake up. I do remember that part of the dream. It was a nightmare. I don't want to talk about it. He asked me this morning if I remembered. And I said yes, but I didn't want to talk about it. Anyhow, but I feel like I slept great. He was being very careful this morning. He got up early. He went for his pedicure, and he was being extra quiet this morning, which was great. My daughter came and she walked Sasha. I was thankful for that because I didn't have the energy in me to wake up to take her out. So I'm happy she came. And yeah, so I had breakfast, I had lunch. I still have this irritation on my eye. I really need to get this checked because it is now on this part of my eye. The only thing I've put on is Vaseline because that is what I've read that is the safest and won't cause any additional irritation. So I put Vaseline on my nose because I have been sneezing and coughing and blowing my nose again today. And so yeah, I just put some Vaseline on. I'm thinking about adding just a little bit of Aquaphor because that's also safe, I've read. That's a good alternative to Vaseline. But I don't know. It's under my eye, so I'm just trying to be extra gentle with it. Anyhow, I'm in this room. I am going to sit here. I'm going to journal about my day yesterday, about my haircut, my wonderful time with my best friend, and just having good girl time. That is so important. It's something that I've always done my entire life. Even when I met my husband, I said, listen, I have best friends that I spend a lot of time with. I have a lot of male friends because I am the only girl with brothers. And I have a lot of male friends. And they're all important to me. And it's also important for me to spend time with them. And he was like, I get it. No worries, no problem. He was so excited for me to go out because I just don't go out. I don't, unless it's with my best friend, I really now don't go out. But when we first met, it was a thing. Anyhow, he was so excited for us to be together and to hang out on a Friday night. It was so funny. Our husbands are hysterical, but they were so excited for us. And it was just good. Anyway, I am going to sit here. I'm going to journal. That's Sasha, of course, in the background, playing with her bone. And I'm hoping she takes a little bit of a nap because I need to put on some instrumental Christian music. And I just want to journal. It's cloudy and gloomy outside, but I love it. We are bracing ourselves for a really bad rainstorm. Tomorrow is supposed to start late tonight into tomorrow, all the way through to Monday. That's something that we're preparing for. So I am hoping that it's nothing major, but we're ready. We got batteries. We have, my husband has a generator. He has to go get some gas for that. But we have batteries, we have candles, we have all the things. And yeah, we have food, thank God. Like I said, my husband has a generator. We just need to get gas for that and get that ready. But busy day. You're making so much noise in my video. So much noise. But you're cute. And that is it. That is the end of week 6. I don't have a lot to share, as you can see. It's just been a week of healing, recovery, and rest. I tested positive last Saturday for COVID, and it really knocked me down. It knocked me on my butt, and I'm still not 100%. If I could give a percentage, I would say I'm about 60, maybe 65. There are days where I feel like my body's caving in on me. And then there are moments throughout the day where I feel amazing, and I am taking them in stride. I'm just taking 1 hour at a time, listening to my body, making sure that I rest when I need to, and do what I can when I can. healing is most important. And even though there are a lot of things going on at work and around me, I'm trying not to let that get in the way of my healing. I am looking forward to getting back into my routine. I really love my job. I really love what I do. And the climate right now is very negative and down, but I am trying to keep the momentum up. I'm trying to keep the spirits up of my team. And really, that's what we're here for. We're here to support each other. So one thing that I know for sure is that I'm feeling extremely blessed and thankful to have a job that allows me the flexibility to stay home and to heal and to rest, right? That is not lost on me, not even for a second. So for this week, my focus has been healing, recovery, and rest. That has been my only goal for this week. Not interesting, not fun, but it's what I have. It's what's in my life, and I'm going to show you the highs and the lows. Everything can't just be up here all the time and, you know, positive and full of energy and wonderful and perfect, because that's not reality. My reality is not that, and I want to be as authentic as possible and show you what happens when I'm not feeling my best. And it's okay. It's okay to give my body rest. It's okay to not do anything, even if that means do nothing for a week, but do nothing in the way that society perceives us to do nothing. When I look at what I have done this week, I have really focused on resting, and that doesn't come easy for me. That alone is a task. Healing, allowing my body to do what it needs to do to heal and to recover from this, because I feel this has been one that has really knocked me down. I've had it twice before. When it first came out, I did have it twice, but this time it really knocked me down really bad. I'm still not 100%. I can't wait to feel better, and that is my goal for week 7, is to get back into a routine and, you know, hopefully being able to work out. I want to do some stretching. I may do that later today and tomorrow, because when I tell you I am stiff, laying down for 4 straight days will do that to you. It will make you stiff. The highlight of this week, though, has been that I went out with my best friend and we went to go see a comedy show. It was wonderful. I was able to put on real clothes. I got outside. I got my hair cut that I love. She took her time this time, and I absolutely love it. So those are my simple highlights for this week. That is all that I have for you. I'm hoping that next week will be a little bit more of my norm, and we'll see. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so that you are notified whenever I upload a new video. In the meantime, stay healthy, stay safe, and be kind. All right? That is all for now. And until the next one, adios.